Hello, this is a tutorial on how to use the Supra Ekey app to open the Supra Lock Box. The Supra Lock Box is a blue container that is posted on properties that are listed that they have a Supra Lock Box in the property. So that blue container needs to be open, and in order to open, you need to have a Supra Ekey software or the app on your phone. So in this phone, the Supra Ekey app is the one on the bottom of the screen, the one that has an S and it has a figure of a lockbox. So I'm going to click on that. Now, the first recommendation that I'm going to give you regarding this is that before you leave the house, and this needs to be done before you leave the house. Before you leave the house, you want to update the key because the key needs to be updated every single day. And if you don't update the key, you won't be able to open the Supra lockbox. So you need to update the key before you leave the house. And the reason why that is because on occasion I had left the house and go show properties. And by the time I get there and try to update, I don't have any signal on my phone and I am unable to update the key. And that's very embarrassing when you're trying to open the door and you can't open the door and people are waiting on you. So you want to make sure that you update the key before you leave the house. That's the first recommendation. The second recommendation is that you make sure that your Bluetooth is turned on the phone. I heard many complaints of people calling me and saying, oh, I cannot open the Supra Lockbox. I cannot open the Supra Lockbox. And the reason why that is because their Bluetooth was not turned on. So you got to make sure that your Bluetooth is turned on in order to open the Supra Lockbox, because Supra Lockbox connects with the app via Bluetooth. So your Bluetooth needs to be turned on. So that's the second recommendation. The next recommendation is when you get to the property and you go to the Supra Lock Box, the Supra Lock Box is going to be turned off by default. The Supra Lock Box is turned off by default to save battery. So you have to turn it on. To turn it on, what you need to do is you need to press the container where the key is located in the bottom of the cradle. On the bottom of the Supra Lock Box, there's a cradle. It's called the cradle where the key is located. So you need to press it on. You need to push it in, and then that's gonna turn on the Bluetooth, and you're gonna see that it's turned on because there's gonna be a red light that is blinking. So okay, so the steps that you need to follow: you need to update the key before you go show properties, you need to make sure that your Bluetooth is turned on, and you need to make sure that the Supra Lock Box is on by pressing on the cradle until it turns on, until the red light starts blinking. Once those steps are done, what you want to do is you want to come here to the Obtain Key button, which is the one in the bottom here, Obtain Key. You want to press on that, and then you want to put your password for the e-key. It's going to start making that sound. It's going to start making that sound, and that sound is going to continue until it's open. And once it's open, the sound is going to go like beep, like something like that. You will notice that it's open, okay? So once the e-key has opened the Supra Lock Box, you need to push the container one more time. And once you push the container, the keys are going to drop. The cradle is going to drop and the keys are going to be inside. Then you show the property, then you bring back the keys, you put them back in the cradle, you put it back in the Supra Lock Box, and you push it in and make sure that they are secure inside the lockbox. So those are the steps that you need to follow. So let me review the steps again. First thing, you need to update the key before you go to show properties. That needs to be done before you leave the house. Step number 2, you need to make sure that your Bluetooth is on, because the phone app connects to the Bluetooth via Bluetooth to the lockbox. And that's step number 2. Step number 3, you need to turn on the lockbox by pressing on the bottom of the cradle to turn it on. Then another situation is when you find Supra Lock Boxes that are not the blue container. You will find those in the Lancaster, Palmdale, Victorville, Hesperia area. In the high desert, they use a different type of lockbox called the Sentry lockbox. The Sentry lockbox, and the Sentry lockbox follows exactly the same procedure as the Bluetooth. You need to turn on. You need to go to Sentry. You need to update the Sentry key, and to do that, you have to press the ENT button on the Supra lockbox. And once you press the button, it's going to give you a code that you need to input into the app so you can open the lockbox. And that's the procedure. It's very, very similar to the blue container, but those are the ones for the Sentry key. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help you in any way I can. My name is Ronnie, and my phone number is 562-762-9634. 562-762-9634. Thank you.